Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening, or good morning, good afternoon, good night. I mean, I guess it's good night if you're in Australia. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, LRPD, and Tam, and Sparks, and Jersey, and Lottie, and Lucy, and Kate, and Melissa. Hello, Nat, and Nomad, and Kai, and Enola.
Tam,
hello,
and
hello,
Sparks,
hello.
and
Jersey, and Lottie, and Lucy,
How's it going,
and Kate,
everybody?
and
How's it
Melissa.
going?
Hello, Nat, and Nomad,
I have
and
myself
Kai,
on
and
in the
Enola.
background.
Hello,
Tam, and
hello,
Sparks, and
hello.
Jersey.
Yep, I did. I'm not even wearing my headphones, and I was like, I can hear myself. Where is that coming from? Oh, the headphones that aren't on my head, because of course my live stream's running in the background. Oof. I don't know what's worse, having the delay on my stream or myself on mute. I think mute's probably more forgiving. Hi everyone. I am not on mute. No, I'm very loud. Hello everybody. Wow. Sorry guys. I discuss self-reflection featuring Pulpy syntax. It's when I do a reaction to my first ever video. That'll be a fun time. Hi everyone, how's it going? Right. So, hey. So, how's everybody going? I hope you've all had a wonderful day. I had an okay day. It was very busy at work today. Very, very busy. And then Miss Chantel went live and I was like, I can't watch this. So I watched it later while editing. Okay, words. Editing Zach's done everybody a favor, right? Today's live stream was an hour and 21 minutes of pretty much content. I managed to scale that down to like 35 minutes or so, and we'll watch it at speed. So, you know, we'll have this done within an hour, I'd say. Touch wood. Every time I say that, it's not an hour, but we'll see. I had a really good day. I was at the office. It was very busy. And it was wet, and now it's cold. It's 14 degrees in Brisbane. That's why I'm wearing the wearable blanket. Don't shorten that phrase because it's a little inappropriate. I'm in my wearable blanket because it's 57 degrees Fahrenheit outside, for those of you on the other side of the planet watching this. But yes, I hope everybody's having a lovely morning, evening, night, depending on where you are. We're going to get straight into it. We're watching Miss Foodie Beauty. Now, first of all, I just want to... I'm posing a question to the chat to help me catch up. Also, Zach, get yourself in order, mate. So, it's Wednesday. I think we should all jump on board. Wednesday, my time. I think it would be a great idea if we all got on board and started celebrating Wellness Wednesday. I've got some night care stuff to my side, which I will be applying to my face, just to make sure that my skin is as happy as it can be. So if you would like to join me in some self-care on this wonderful Wellness Wednesday, I highly recommend it, because there's not much going on in the way of content, but we'll talk about the stuff when we get to it. I haven't reacted to All Alone. Sad face. If anybody would like to shorthand catch myself or the chat up, please feel free. From my understanding, there wasn't a lot of content in there. It was mostly, I miss old mate, I don't feel well, should I go to the hospital? So this hospital discussion has been prefaced 24, 30 hours ago at this stage. The dessert and Mac Hall, my God, it is actually called a dessert hall, isn't it? It's a hall of desserts for sure. There is discussion about hospitals in this one as well, but we'll get into it when we get into it. It's 3 a.m, so it's Wednesday technically for you, Dean. Nice. I thought so. I thought if I go live super late in the evening, pretty much everyone's caught up in regards to what day it is, so that's good. Wellness Wednesday is drinking a beer alone in the shower while my husband chases the toddler. For fuck's sake, that actually sounds that sounds like you're taking care of yourself. Yes. Thank you. So it's Freedom Day in the Netherlands. Edit. Oh, excellent. I have no idea about Freedom Day, but now I have something to look up while Chantel talks. So that'll be fun. I got everything on All Alone. Thanks, Lottie. I appreciate it. Heck of a lot of content. I watched like a good hour of it and was like, I'm not editing this down. I can't. There's not enough in it to edit. So I've done the thing where I've put my edit up on the YouTubes so we can watch it at speed. Everything can look similar. We don't have that thing with VLC that we often get where artifacting happens. Right, headphones. Excellent. Killjoy, thank you so much for the super chat. Killjoy says, Wellness Wednesday, yes. Up at 5 a.m. That's already a great start to the Wednesday, to be fair. Getting on the treadmill for the duration of this live. Killjoy, excellent. Thank you so much for the super chat, and I hope you enjoy the walk and or jog and or run while we discuss things. Feel free to jump in if your hands aren't busy, but I appreciate if they are. So thank you again. Right. How's my brunch date, Rhiannon? Oh, it was cute. It was cute. It was a cute brunch date. More friendship than like romance, I think. But yeah, it was cute. It was fun. We had brunch. We went for a walk. Oh, we went to it. We went. Okay, guys. Before we get into it, we went up to an antique store. And you'll notice there may be an addition in the background. Hold on, I'll see if I can get it. I got an eggplant. I got a really cute eggplant, and it's made of blown glass, and it's purple and green, which are two of my favorite colors. And it was $15 Australian, and I was really excited. I was very excited. Like, it's just a trinket. And it doesn't have a name yet, but I got a blown glass eggplant, so I was really happy with my little find. And then it goes back in the pot. It's amazing, right? It's $15. That's a steal, yeah. Absolutely, it's a bargain. Right, we're going to get into Foodie. We're going to speed it up to... I've already got it on 1.5. Excellent. Very good. And here we go. I did try to cut out some of the coughing, but can't promise everything.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Not everyone is going to get a hello because my throat is... not good.
A not good throat did...
My doctor's...
Nope. There we go. A not good throat did not stop Foodie from being on live stream for an hour and a half. But I've had quite a dry throat this last week. I've had quite a dry throat this week because the weather has been a severe change. So as soon as the weather starts to get really cold for me at least, my throat gets very, very dry and scratchy. Oh, Upside, thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate it. Agatha. Oh my god, Kate, I think that's the perfect name for the eggplant in the background. You can't really see it in this setup. I'll have to figure out a way to show Agatha off a little bit more. Can get on board with Agatha as a name. Thank you, Kate. Yeah, so my throat has been a little bit scratchy because of the weather. Her throat has been scratchy for different reasons. Is a scratchy throat universal? We'll find out.
Lauren, my doctor's in tomorrow, so
also
I won't be saying everybody's name. Beauty all.
This has confused me as well. This isn't gonna be an hour, is it? She's said for 2 days now that her doctor doesn't get in until Wednesday. Do you have to wait until the doctor's in to book an appointment in Chantelverse? Is that how that works? Can someone help me out? Because for my doctor's office, right? Yo, Lindsay, how's it going? At my doctor's office, if my doctor's out, I don't have to wait for them to be in to book an appointment. I usually just call the office and say, hey, I'd like to book in for whatever date. Oh, your doctor's not available until this date. Oh, okay, cool. I'll just ring back. Or not even ring back, I'll just book in for whenever the schedule allows me to book in. Because she's been saying it for 2 days. I'm truly hopeful that the Canadian healthcare system doesn't require your doctor to be in the office to take the call to make the booking for you. I'm sure it works in a different capacity, but if the office is on vacation, you'd have to wait. Wow. I mean, I didn't think of that, but would that happen? What is the likelihood that Chantel's doctor's office is entirely on vacation? Again, perhaps this is just a telling thing for me, but my doctors have always been in clinics where there are multiple doctors, and they very rarely close apart from perhaps the week between, like, Christmas and the New Year. Pies and lies. Well, Jersey, I think it might be shenanigans. I think it might be shenanigans. There are always emergency appointments. There's plenty of things. There's emergency appointments. There's not necessarily the ER, but there's urgent care as well. There's all the things. Dr. Acula, it's lovely to see you. Welcome to your first live. Thank you so much for joining. I see you in the comments all the time, so lovely to have you here live. I call shenanigans. If you want your actual doctor, you just call the office to talk to the emergency nurse. Exactly. That's what I thought. But it's been irking me for 2 days. Being like, Chantel, you could just call your doctor's office. Also, one, how do you know your doctor's not there until Wednesday? If you wouldn't have known they're there until Wednesday unless you'd spoken to the clinic, which means the clinic's open. You spoke to the clinic, or you've checked, your health app or whatever to make your booking. So you're aware, but you can't make a booking yet. But your doctor's back on Wednesday. So you're waiting until Wednesday to make a booking? Doesn't add up. Enki, thank you so much for the super chat. Enki says, nonsense. Ma'am could receive urgent care. There's lots of things Chantel could receive. Absolutely. Raging shenanigans defying. Raging. Pardon me. I'm getting liquefied at the shenanigans. Her doctor is going to call her, not see her. Oh, Lily, I absolutely appreciate telehealth and totally get that is more than likely going to be the outcome. Unless she goes to the ER, which is a high potential with all of the talking she does. But yeah, I don't get this. I don't get this. I can't make an appointment until my doctor's there if the clinic's open. It doesn't make sense to me.
Hi everybody. I see you all.
Hi.
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 My stupid, look at these
Got
things.
some of that on my headphones.
What are they called? Sideburn. Hi everybody. All right. So, I have some dessert for me to enjoy while I unbox things. So the first thing I have here. I know, it's not healthy.
As if it fucking matters at this point. Sorry, that was cynical. No nonsense. I'm all out of fucks to give, Zach. It matters now. It doesn't matter, and it hasn't mattered for a long time. And are we ever going to cook or bake again? I don't think so. But.
Hi, Brandon.
Oh yes, she licked the sideburns just in case anyone missed that. Yeah.
This is Irish cream cheesecake. Just having a little bit at a time. So.
Don't get me wrong, I made cookies today because I have a date tomorrow night, so I'm baking for him. Because I'm just that extra. So I made a trial run of cookies today. Again, sounding severely extra. So don't get me wrong, I love sugar. I absolutely adore sugar. I have a massive sweet tooth. This one apparently doesn't. However, this one has a lot of dessert to haul in this video. So I appreciate dessert. I don't know if I'd get 3. Irish cream cheesecake sounds lovely, but also blood sugar. Literally on medication to stabilize, regulate, however you want to say that, blood sugar. Also, what's that? 13 minutes into this video, now realizing I didn't do my little disclaimers. Hi, my name's Zach. Welcome, if you don't know me. I am not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just a guy who lost some weight on the internet. Also, I'm not here to shame, hate, humiliate, or harass. Just here to talk about produced and monetized content here on this lovely YouTube platform. Also, as a note, she not passed out, but she went to bed at the end of this live. And then I caught the replay, watching it on my phone without premium, or ad blocker. And there were 5 ads already on it. And I was like, wait, Chantel's asleep. Who's putting these ads mid-rolls in? And then I was like, oh, Pete's probably does it. That's a theory and conspiracy, but just saying. Sarcastic Elephant, lovely to see you. Hello, good evening. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. Sugar-free sugars? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not making sugar-free cookies because I haven't found the perfect recipe. And I do have the perfect recipe that uses raw brown sugar and white sugar, and they're perfect. They are the perfect cookie. So gotta lead with my best foot, Anyway, We'll get back to Chantal.
Okay.
Diabetes be damned.
Yeah.
Oh.
I started without you guys. I don't know why I'm eating this.
Also, clocking the fact that she ate or tried these desserts before getting on the live stream, which I'm curious about. Like, why? Why? Also, another theory, is the Ozempic still a thing or is it not a thing? This is what happens when you confuse your audience. We can't follow the narrative, and then we end up here, where we're all having to make conspiracy theories. And people like to, you know, poo-poo and kind of shit on theories in general. But the problem with an unreliable narrator is that we need to do it because, like, not all of us are here to watch. What was it? It was 100+ hours in the month of April, right? Thanks for the count, Lottie. 100+ hours of content in April to watch, to follow half of the Ozempic storyline. Like, that's impossible. Impossible.
It's soft.
Well, she said Irish cream cheesecake, and I automatically thought Bailey's.
I have 3 desserts.
Of course you do. Lee, thank you so much for the super chat. I very much appreciate it. Lee says she's approaching the decision to go to the doctor with the same energy she brings to her YouTube content, plans, and her health journey. I should. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Thank you for the super chat, and I 100% agree with you, Lee. The discussion she has in this live stream is really quite frustrating because once again, we return to my issues with the relationship between this specific content creator and their audience. In that, like, very few self-care, very few, like, steps are taken to look after herself without at least prefacing it to the audience. Because I think somehow Chantal thinks that everything that happens in her life needs to be content and needs to be shared with the audience. And we've been through this conversation a couple of times. But yes. Also, an M key. Thank you so much for this for becoming a channel member. I very much appreciate it. Welcome to Pulpy. And thank you for your comments as well. I have been seeing them pop up now and then. Yesterday, something like that. Yes. 3 desserts. 3. Yes. 3, Catherine. No one needs 3 desserts. Agreed. Maybe like a cute little share platter, or like a dessert degustation, or like a dessert tasting option. Like maybe that'd be cute, but not 3 big slices of sweets. But is the cheesecake fresh?
Baklava with honey?
No, probably not, but you can bet it's creamy. I need a little bit more volume.
And last but not least,
water. When she said last but not least here, I honestly thought she was going to introduce water as her third dessert as a joke. But no, there was actually a third dessert.
You're 3 minutes late. Hi, Chrissy. Smile, Jamie Love.
I did try to cut out some highs, but it was almost impossible.
And...
oh, we'll get to this. Tam! Thank you so much for the super chat. Tam says, I'm not a doctor, but I'm scared we are witnessing acute diabetic, mispronouncing things, diabetic ketoacidosis. Oh God, Pulpy's pronunciations is happening real bad there. Latin is, I can't in this live. Look up to the symptoms. She has them all. Tam, thank you so much for the super chat. I very much appreciate it, as well as sharing the perspective. For me, again, not a professional, certainly not here to diagnose anything. However, coming from a family who suffers and deals with diabetes, it all makes me really mad to see someone throw away their health in general, specifically when she talks about diabetes so kind of flippantly. It's really hard. I'm just really glad that my family treats it a lot more seriously. And also, a lot of the time when I think about Chantal's health, I come back to that most recent live stream where she was saying, you guys are just wasting resources, contacting the police, telling them that I'm driving under the influence, all this, that, and the other. And meanwhile, I sit here and I'm just like, wow, Chantel, you really seem to be wasting every healthcare professional's resources and time just every time you go back to the ER because you can't manage your own goddamn health properly. Because why can't Chantel manage her health? We all tend to manage our health. Reactors, audience members, people who have no idea who Chantel or Amber are, like people outside of this corner of the internet, manage to take care of our health, and we manage to be responsible for our health. Chantel doesn't, and Chantel does it for money. So...
oh my god. Look at this. Key lime pie.
Great.
Whoa.
Sugar.
My favorite. I'm beezing today. I am.
Beezing every day. She needs to stop saying, I'm beezing today, and just... The audience understands the fact that Chantel's life is a beeze. That's it. You don't need to tell us anymore, love. You don't. We see it. We understand it. We get it. Every day is a beeze. Every day's been a beeze since what? How old were you when you started beezing and never stopped, Chantal? Life's a beeze, and then you die. Instead of life's a beach, right?
I'm a beezer.
Yep.
Key lime with cream.
Delish. Once again, big fan of sugar and desserts. That probably tastes real good. But I would have like a piece like that maybe once a week as a treat. Maybe as a celebration. Not even once a week, just like one like dessert in a week would be enough for me currently. In the past, obviously, hi, again, my name's Zach, formerly morbidly obese. I would have eaten like 3 of those in a sitting, totally. I get it, I understand, it tastes good on a very basic level. It's like, sugar tastes good. That's not a surprise to anyone. But again, yeah, I wouldn't now, because I care about my health, and Chantel doesn't.
All right. All right.
Anki, thank you again for the super chat. Anki says, I'm genuinely fearful for Chantal. I know she's considered a train wreck, but I want to waste resources saying I wish she'd go and see someone. I agree, Anki. Preferably a lovely mental health care professional. Anki, absolutely. Thank you again for the super chat, and I entirely agree with the sentiment of that statement. I don't get it. I don't get it. I was watching this today while editing. Well, editing Zach was. And I was thinking, do we all remember when Chantal introduced food addiction as a discussion? We all remember that. We all remember food addiction being discussed. We all remember BED being discussed. And that was within the last few years. So we know, and she has said that those are the diagnoses, or at least that's my understanding of it, as an audience member who may be a little bit confused at times. So we understand that those diagnoses have been put on the table by this content creator, and yet we are actively seeing those engaged and not managed or treated. So what do you do, right? What do you do? Again, the reason why I enjoy Chantal and Amber's content so much is because it shows me where I don't want to be, where I could have been, where any of us could be or could have been, but it actively reminds me like, hey, go out and do some squats, go get your steps in, go roller skate, go track the food that you're eating, go behave and don't bees. Because sure, it's an extreme example, but like, I would like to take my health seriously, which includes both my physical and mental health.
My Skechers. They're just boring.
I mean, they look functional.
I hate lace shoes. So I'm going to adjust them.
Why do you hate lace shoes?
I'm going to turn them into slip-ons.
No, don't do that. Joggers or runners or trainers, however we want to refer to these running shoes, no, they deserve to be laced up. They do your feet.
I don't even know how much they were. Maybe $100, maybe less. But they look like they're okay to walk in.
I mean, they look fine.
Now I got some MAC stuff. Now I realize, I think I ordered some shades that are not my color. So this is
No.
the lip liner.
It looks brown. Again, while editing this, Zach sitting here being like, all of these look brown. I don't know how they looked
Yeah, that's where I got them from
at
Pennington's.
purchase, but they look brown.
Really? Audrey? Vera? Four minutes behind, Krista. So this MAC lip liner is called Half Red. Half Red.
Can she tie the laces natural? I mean, it's a good question. We saw her do a squat the other month. Look, I think she should be able to tie her shoes, but like, can she? I don't know. I hope so. But like, it would stand to reason as to why you would want slip-on shoes if you couldn't bend down to tie them. Again, at my heaviest, tying my shoes was getting to be quite uncomfortable. Not impossible, just like uncomfortable and out of breath. So I honestly don't know. But again, joggers, runners, those types of things, you know, if they're built to be laced up, they should probably be laced up for like comfort and safety.
Never mind. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying these on as I go. First time.
This is very brown. Which is a shame, because I think Chantel suits a red
Don't
lip.
get lip fillers, just get a lip liner. So that's what I'm doing.
I mean,
But I don't know how to line my lips.
you'll figure it out. Maybe watch a YouTube. You know what she could do? She could watch a YouTube tutorial and then like recreate the YouTube tutorial on a produced and edited piece of content that I would really enjoy at this point. I feel like editing Zach would almost sit down through the lives and just take out the chunks and then edit it down for Chantel. Oh wait, that's what he's been doing, but it's not for her, it's for me.
So it's like what? Like a burnt red?
Oh, thanks, Enki. That's very kind of you.
You're so sick, Ellen, guys. Aww. Okay, let me just see. So this lipstick I'm going to pair it with is called Verve. V-E-R-V-E.
It's not a shade
It
I
looks
would
really brown
recommend.
to me, so I'm not sure. Hi, Dax. Samantha G. Look how dark it is.
Yeah.
It's like a brown. I don't like it.
You might be able to get away with it. I don't know anything about makeup. But maybe with this very specific eye look. It's just very
Hey?
chocolatey.
90s girl.
It's a lot of brown, Nat, yeah.
It's just like a brown, isn't it? Or is it like a red?
No, there is no red in that. That
dark,
is
I don't like it.
brown.
Hi, Scotch.
I would like this like with a really dark chocolate like
Hi, Tara.
like smoky eye. I think you could make it work, but just buy a red lip if you want a red
Too
lip.
brown. Well, lesson learned on that one. All right.
That's not it. No.
Hi, Travonda.
It's giving me very poo-poos in the kitchen.
Maybe it would look nice with like a different my hair down in like a nice black top with like nice eyeshadow.
I think like browns and golds you could make work together with such a bold lip, but you'd have to put some work.
All right, next one. Hi, Annie. ColourPop shadows.
Feeling a little
Yeah, Brenna.
Cleopatra.
Hi, Allison.
Good morning, Kerry. Welcome.
Ugh. All right.
A full face of makeup would have been better as well. Yes, Dean. I agree.
I think this is a spray. Fix it.
Okay, what does it do? It's just a spray. Hey, great.
Okay. This is called Brick Through.
Foodie Beauty, ladies and gentlemen. Foodie Beauty. It's a fix-it spray. Let me find it.
It's orangey still.
It matte spray.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
I have no idea. Like Prime Fix? Prime Prep Fix?
It's orange.
Mac Fix Plus.
So
is that what
orangey
it
ones,
was
right?
meant to be? Oh, there it is.
Damn it. None of them are my color.
No, they're really not. Okay, bye. I think...
Hi, Kara.
Sorry, team. So I think that this is it.
Cute. I don't like orangey colors.
Sorry, one moment. I said 1 moment, Chantal. I think this is it. Prep and Prime Fix Plus. Lightweight mist of water packed with vitamins and minerals infused with a blend of green tea, chamomile, cucumber to gently soothe and refresh the skin. Gives an instant boost of hydration while delivering a soft sheen to refresh and finish makeup. This holy grail of hydrating mists can be used with other products in near endless ways to improve the wear of makeup or moisturize and soothe tired skin. You're welcome, Foodie Beauty. Carrie, thank you for the super chat.
Didn't come in yet.
Hello, welcome. Just came home. I hope you had a lovely day, Carrie. Thank you again. I'm doing great.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot to check my email, sorry. Alright. One more.
My marketing voice
So far, I don't like
laugh.
any of the colors.
It's very that. 5:30 a.m., Katie. Oh no.
This one. Another dark one. Burning Love.
Considering the topics of discussion throughout the rest of this video, this shade being called Burning Love is a little funny.
Burning Love. Send them to you? Maybe your color? Look at how dark this is. Oh, why did I... They look different online. Wow. Oh, God. So dark. Look how dark that is.
I mean, it's got a bit more red to it. But, yeah. I don't know, just go for a red. Just go for an easy red.
Wing liner and lashes?
I mean, any other makeup with this would probably
Black lingerie.
enhance it. Yes.
Your lips are dry.
Oh, Wasted, you asked what I was using? It's a moisturizer called Cosmetic Lad. Cosmetic Lad by Lush. All of my products are Lush.
It's like a wine color.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just hard to spread around.
I don't like it. But
First choice? Yeah.
out of the three, I think it's the best
so
one.
too. The other ones are dark.
Why does she... I have very little experience with makeup. I've seen a couple of makeup artists. Why does she... I understand, like, sucking on your finger is going to get rid of excess, I suppose? But is that a common thing? Help me out.
You know?
Especially considering the fact that she pets her cats and eats and applies makeup all without washing her hands. And sucks on her fingers and then curls her sideburns. Bleh. Bleh. You know what? There's been worse things discussed in regards to that topic. So it's just bleh. Bleh.
Here's my fork.
Don't finger the lipstick. No. Defying. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the advice.
BBJ wants some lipstick? BBJ.
Also, can I just take a moment to understand the what's the correct word? Absurdity. That's the correct word for what's currently going on with Chantal. The absurdity of, hey guys, I'm doing a haul on lipsticks. After every application of lipstick, I'm going to eat dessert. Help me understand. This isn't like a wearability test where you apply something and you're like, oh, I'm going to like sit down and drink a coffee or a wine or eat something. Like that could be interesting. Fuck, Chantel, here, look. Branding/marketing cap on. Chantel, you want to keep Foodie Beauty going? Okay, perfect. You want to keep eating on camera? I have issues with it, but sure. Better than other things that have been on this channel. Why don't you buy a whole heap of cosmetics, put them on your lips, and then sit down to eat a meal and rate them whether or not they last the meal? I'm sure people have already done that, but that would be content that would actually be, like, poignant, fitting, suitable, something.
Thank you. It looks thick in my eyes. I'm stoned. They're red because I'm stoned.
She doesn't seem as out of it as the last 2 days. The last 2 days have been wildly concerning in regards to just how high as butts she's been getting. Yeah. Okay, if she's high here, she's high here. I mean, whatever. She's not laying in bed almost passing out while on a live stream high, so that's beneficial. Lonian, hello. I am not from Sydney. No, I'm from Brisbane. Up north.
You're obese. Well, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Editing Zach's really shady. When he was going through this, there are a lot of the times where Chantel starts off a sentence and then just stops. So anyways, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I could see that. Well, you could. There's a lot of that that goes on, and sometimes editing Zach just likes to throw one in, just to remind me of where this content came from.
I'm feeling a bit better compared to just weird because I wasn't just not long ago. That's all the holes I have on my lips. You liked the brown lipstick?
It was a weird thing. I wasn't sure whether or not that slightly egregious while stroking the neck was for someone in particular, or was just her, like, I don't think she's really like feeling herself in these current like live streams. So I thought she must just be feeling bad and that's where it came from, but it was very confusing. It's very confusing. Esther, lovely to see you. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Hello, Lorna.
The lips are creamy.
The lips are creamy. Very good. Very good. Hello, Cheryl. 3:40 a.m. I'm so sorry. Wibbly wobbly.
I'm okay. I look like I'm in pain.
You do look like you're in pain.
I'm not in pain.
Well, you look like it. This is, again, team, just a reminder, this is 1.5 times speed. Wild. She looks miserable. I agree, Sneaker Girl. Sorry, Audrey.
Oh, man, I'm gonna have to... Why do we do lives if you don't respond? Sorry. No, I haven't visited my grandma in a while. She's not allowed to have. Only one person. My mom. Victoria.
Kept in just for a little bit of clarification that grandma can only see one person. Totally understandable. Also, just a couple of little dot points in there and examples of just the non-tent that people are expected to sit through for Chantal. To sit through minutes, nay, perhaps hours of staring at the camera, laughing. And that's about it. Riveting.
Why am I so tired? I don't know. I think maybe being sick, you know?
Sure.
My doctor's in tomorrow. So.
Again, returning back to the topic of conversation at the start of this live stream. First of all, how does Chantal know that her doctor's returning Wednesday? Second of all, when you did find out that information, why wouldn't you have booked an appointment as soon as you could, at least over the last couple of days? Third of all, am I just misunderstanding this office and it's only open when the doctor's there? Perhaps that's the case. Perhaps that is the case. Also, guys, almost 600 of you joining me this evening to watch this little clip show. I very much appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. If you would like to hit that like button, I would very much appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't know if I'm going to see my doctor tomorrow. She's going to call me. And then...
So the doctor will call her on her return. Very good. Is that a telehealth appointment or is that to lock something in? And is that actually the doctor calling you back or the clinic calling you back? Because why is a doctor wasting their time calling you to book in a further appointment? When you just say, I'm booked in to see my doctor on Wednesday? Her use of language is very confusing for an English major. English major? English honors student. That's the correct turn of phrase. Nana, your doctors do it with an answering machine? That could work. Oh, really, Lily? Thank you for clarifying. My apologies. Thank you.
What do I say? Like, seriously, like, what do I say? I did too much deep throating and my throat is sore.
The
I did, like, every
telehealth
drug under the sun you shouldn't do.
Oh.
All in, like, one day. She'll be like, what?
Right. That's where it was. Thank you, Lily. I thought I heard that. I mean, look. I'm not super comfortable with telling my doctor all of my many escapades in such a blatant and forward discussion, but I don't know. Look, I have a level of trust with my doctor that I'm very grateful for because they have helped me through a big deal, losing a significant amount of weight. So I had to be quite open and honest with a lot of things when talking to them. But Chantal's narrative has always been that she doesn't ask questions of her doctor. And it's been very confusing over the last few years in regards to her family doctor because it's changed so much. Or she said she didn't have one and then she, had to jump through the hoops of trying to find another one, and it was all very messy and confusing. So I don't think Chantal has a level of trust in her healthcare professional that would assist her. And through this live stream and through previous discussions, she quite openly says that, or quite openly kind of talks about the fact that she doesn't ask questions of her doctor and obviously doesn't feel comfortable discussing adult concepts. Now, if you go to your general healthcare practitioner and tell them, oh, hey, I was smoking meth the other day, they're probably not going to be real encouraging with that. But they certainly need to know about the aspects, right? You don't have to tell them the nitty gritty deep throat of it all, but you can certainly give them the information that they should have. So they need to know about it, right? They need to know the details. They just don't need to hear that phrase. Well, perhaps they do. I don't know. Now this is awkward. That's the thing, Emma. That's the thing. She feels comfortable to sit on a live stream and tell an audience of thousands and to put it out there for forever and forever, but not comfortable enough to sit down with a medical professional and talk about what she's experiencing or what she has already gone through. It's very awkward, Lottie. I agree. It's exactly Ali. Someone could take her lives and just edit them down and present them to her doctor and say, excuse me, doctor, this is your patient. because she's probably not going to have these discussions sitting face to face with another individual, and I think that's quite reflective in the most recent kind of interaction that she had with a reactor, which was Miss Hussey, and how they were basically sniping the streams, and they were essentially talking to one another very awkwardly. But Foodie completely shut down. It's that level of like confrontation is so perhaps not foreign, but confrontation is just so uncomfortable. And I recognize it. I hate confrontation. I'm the least confrontational person directly. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Chantal just feels that, well, she does, because she goes through it here, saying that she feels a little, perhaps not judged, but the topic of discussion definitely gets brought up. We will continue. Sorry.
Beauty bite.
I think it took this long into desserts to get the first beauty bite. I used to think that beauty bite was her not giving herself permission, but perhaps it was somehow intrinsically linked to like the Beeson, because the camera, and there was the justification. But now I just don't know if that justification even exists, because life's a bees.
This is Irish cream cheesecake, Annie.
Oh, Catherine, absolutely. I think she needs to tell her doctor all of these things, but she won't. I don't think she will. I think that she feels uncomfortable with healthcare professionals. That has been showcased through discussion quite frequently. But also, I kind of feel as if she is an individual who may be reliant on like things like labs and tests to tell a doctor everything, instead of just being able to tell them. I did watch Amber's recent video, and that's the vibe it was giving me, and I feel like Chantal is similar in that it's easier just to get someone to run a test on something than have to talk about it. Because talking about it's the real issue, right? Well, talking about it to someone, not a camera. Damn, but she does talk about everything. It's very confusing.
I hate going to the doctor.
We know. You don't go. You book in and then you skip it.
Especially for shit like that.
Shit like what? Your health? Your health. I think that was a reference to sexual health.
I do feel like maybe it's something I could get rid of, but I don't know.
Yes, this is a discussion about sexual health.
Your doctor's hot as fuck? Really? Mine's not really. Well, I mean, I'm not. I don't think so. But...
Just a reminder to put out there into the internet, please do not sexualize service workers in whatever capacity. That includes mental or physical healthcare professionals. Britt, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Welcome to Pulpster. I very much appreciate it. Do I like zoodles? Blah? Yes. Yeah. The only thing with zoodles is I have a tendency to overcook them if I do make them, so I need to be careful to serve them al dente as opposed to turning them to mush, which happens.
I'm just having pita. Take care of myself. I know I have to.
I know I have to take care of myself. Meanwhile, 3 desserts and pita bread. Very good. She has some nerve, Phil?
I know, sweets kick. I know. I don't know why.
Because you may have a sweet tooth?
I don't know what to say. I just want to show you my new lipsticks. And they are all ugly.
The last one's okay. The first 2 were not it for me.
In slow motion?
Just a reminder, we've gone from cheesecake to, was it baklava? Cheesecake to baklava to key lime pie to pita bread. And then I think we go back again.
I'm a beezer. And you know this. I am abuser.
Yes.
Why?
Who knows? I mean,
I don't know.
no, go and talk to someone. Figure it out. Please. Let us know when you figured it out, because that would be really helpful for your audience. Perhaps you wouldn't want to
I'm
share.
more happy with a man.
I would like to know, though.
Shall Whitfield. What's the origin of the word beeson? I don't know. It just happened. Like, started, I think, with you're being a bad boys. You're being a bad boys. Morphed into a whole bunch of things, like just like you're beeson.
So, from my understanding, beeson used to be a word used towards the cats. Somehow it is now used to define Chantal's existence.
You're being, you're beeson.
Wild. You're beeson.
Make some merch? What can I do?
Chat. Not that I would ever partake in merch from Miss Chantal Marie, but I have thoughts. Like, we've all heard, you know, like a beauty bib, that would be cute. I think that she could do some really cute, like, cutlery sets. So cutlery sets with, like, a lipstick, like, bullet at the end of it. That would make sense for Foodie Beauty. She could do, like, chopsticks with, like, a mascara wand at the tip. That'd be really cute. She could do, like, spatulas and, like, just general cookware, right? I don't think there's enough beauty-inspired cookware. At least nothing that I see coming across my timeline. Lee, thank you for becoming a channel member. Welcome to Pulpstar. I think there's a lot to do there that isn't just a graphic tee, because you know she'd do a graphic tee. Graphic tee with eyelashes and hamburgers for eyes. There you go. But I think cookware would be the way to like maybe a pot with like a lid that was a compact as well, or like that had a steaming basket that looked like a compact. That'd be a cool idea. Cutlery sets, no. What's wrong with that? It's a great idea. That would take effort. It would. You'd need to find a manufacturer, do all of those things. Cute idea, though.
Cheesecake. I have a lot to do. Tomorrow, okay. I need to figure out what I'm doing with the doctor. This is coming off, though.
This is why it's so confusing when she talks about her doctor. What do you mean you need to figure out what you're doing with your doctor? Could you just settle on, I'm speaking to her, my doctor, or I'm booking in an appointment with her? Which one is it? Help me understand. I can't follow this. Morning, Mom.
Anything. I need to get back on. I've eaten so much.
Lottie, that's a great idea. What about like salad serving tongs that look like a giant eyelash curler? Boom. Print that money. Done.
Past few days. Ugh.
Pause frame on a t-shirt. She could do so much. There's so much. So much. A picture of her cats.
It's not fun.
I caught this bit, and I do specifically remember it because I needed to have a conversation with chat. Her heart is broken. Her heart is broken. Chantal is suffering a broken heart. See, Demla, thank you so much for the compliment. I am 32 this year. 32. And I hope France is doing well for you. What was I saying? Yeah, caught this bit. Broken heart after a week. Now, again, I remember making foolish mistakes in my early 20s, not understanding what my feelings were and misinterpreting lust and attention for love, which it was not. But I mean, a broken heart is perhaps a little melodramatic for the man who you partook in illicit drugs and slept on his fuck mattress with. But I'm not here to tell Chantal how to feel, but a broken heart is a bit melodramatic.
I'm sure I put some weight back on because I've been eating a lot. I did, Penny. I ended it.
There's a broken heart syndrome, Lily?
I'm lethargic because I'm tired.
I need to look this up.
I'm not feeling great. And I'm very relaxed.
Broken heart syndrome is a temporary heart condition that's often brought on by stressful situations and extreme emotions. The condition can also be triggered by a serious physical illness or surgery. It may also be called stress cardiomyopathy. Close. Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. Sorry, cardiomyopathy. That's it. Cardiomyopathy. Or apical ballooning syndrome. Excellent. That one's got the word ballooning in it, so I didn't have too much trouble.
I hate taking, like, antibiotics. You know?
Cardiomyopathy.
Some cocoa. I'm lethargic because I had edibles. And...
Okay.
That's it. Oh, my breathing? Well, I did just stuff my face full of cheesecake, so...
Guys, this was the one. A little bit broken after this. Serious chat time. Future Zach, or anyone who needs to hear it. Mostly when I do this, it's to future Zach, just in case he falls off the wagon. If you reach a stage in your life where you eat too much cheesecake again and have trouble breathing because of it, spend some time self-reflecting. Take a moment, get a bit of introspection going on. If you have eaten so much cheesecake that you have trouble breathing, stop. Stop, sit down, take a breath, take a deep breath, and understand where you are in life, because my goodness.
I'm full. Cat Queen, can I go to the hospital with...
Seek help, exactly, Brianna.
Can I go to the hospital
Seek
while I'm
help.
on edibles? Or will they know? And will they be like, you're bad?
I'll rewind this and we'll watch it again because I had a couple of thoughts.
Did just stuff my face full of cheesecake, so... I'm full. Cat Queen, can I go to the hospital with... Can I go to the hospital while I'm on edibles? Or will they know? And will they be like, you're bad?
Let's collect our thoughts and get to that in just a moment. And MK, thank you for the message. And MK says, I work as a professional, had to swallow shame and admit I'm an alcoholic. On the wagon again, 36 days sober now. I had to ask for help. I'm also damaged my insides and on a lot of meds. And MK, thank you for sharing your story and congratulations on 36 days sober. Here's to many more. Thank you again for sharing. And I hope that you continue to manage your health and yourself seriously. And good luck. And we're here for it. We're here for taking ourselves seriously and addressing the problems that we have in our life and recognizing that, you know, we can make changes. Because Chantel can as well, but chooses not to. So, thanks again. Dr. Acula, thank you for the message. Dr. Acula says, I almost feel bad that I believe so little of what she alludes to, but I really enjoy experiencing this roller coaster with you guys. Dr. Acula, I'm kind of in the same boat. Again, it's interesting thought experiments. When you believe everything, don't believe everything. I know that some people think that, like, oh, you guys are idiots if you believe everything Chantel says or this, that, and the other. And it's kind of like, well, it's less about actually trusting everything that she says, but, like, imagine if everything she said were true. Imagine if everything she said were lies. Imagine if some were false and some were not, and that's kind of where we get into the discussions about the theories. But she is an unreliable narrator, so we will never know. It sucks, but thank you again for the message. Right, one more time with feeling.
Cat Queen, can I go to the hospital with... Can I go to the hospital while I'm on edibles? Or will they know? And will they be like, you're bad?
Chantel has a skewed perspective of healthcare workers, healthcare professionals. What? Can I just remind everyone that Chantel sat on camera for many, many hours telling us how we all need to shut up because edibles and weed are legal in Canada, and it's fine for her to do it. It's fine for her to take 150, 200 milligrams of THC a day. It's fine. It's legal, so it's fine. But now we've reached this talking point where she says, well, can I go to a hospital on edibles? Will they tell me I've been bad? I think the edibles are probably the least of healthcare professionals' concerns when it comes to you being in their emergency room. Perhaps not the least. Again, not a mental or physical healthcare professional, but just understanding that Chantal has a myriad of comorbidities that are probably more important to be addressed, or more important, in general, than her just being high as butts. So we can talk about that in chat, because I think that that's very telling of her general understanding around both authority and healthcare. That part. Salford, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Salford says 715 watching. There are 715 watching, Salford? That's incredible. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Well, my evening, perhaps your morning or afternoon. If you would like to hit that like button, I would very much appreciate it. Thank you.
No, they're gonna think I'm a friggin'...
Think you're a friggin' what? I don't know what she was trying to say there.
Don't worry about being judged.
No, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter.
Hi. Yeah, maybe I'll just...
We're up to the health talk.
It's not really an emergency. Well...
So this was Chantal circling the, is it an emergency and do I need to go to an ER? Or can I just wait until tomorrow and speak to my healthcare professional? My doctor, who I am speaking to tomorrow, allegedly, who will phone me tomorrow. I'm still very confused about how the clinic setup works there, but sure. What? What about this is an emergency? Again, not a professional, but what about this is an emergency? Could someone help me out? I understand if you are not feeling well. I get it. But she has not been feeling well since the weekend. So why is this discussion happening with your chat? Oh, because you want your chat to echo chamber you and convince you to go to an ER because you can't wait to go to the doctor? Perhaps, allegedly, that's all conspiracy theory chat. I don't know. Because all the people in her chat keep telling her to go to the ER. Well, Lisa, I mean, yeah, perhaps that's it. But it's also having to remember it's the way that she frames the discussions around her health. Like, she's so far telling us that she has a sore throat and potentially some sexual health related thing. That's it. That's all she's told us. She's lethargic because she's on edibles. So I just failed to see the emergency in this. But okay. Eve, you make a very good point. Didn't go to the ER after saying that she allegedly felt some form of overdose occurring. But now it's a broken heart and a sore throat.
I don't know if I should go to my doctor or the hospital because...
Oh no, my headset's low on battery. Hold on. Please hold. We'll pause. Sorry. Guys, professional YouTuber. Excellent. Nana says, many people have a very warped view of what an ER is. Yep, it's a problem for society. There are many people going to the ER with colds. Yeah, Nana, it's never made sense to me because at least in my family, again, my mum has been working as a nurse since she was, since she could work. Yeah, I'm very fortunate that I've never had to go to an ER for myself. I have been to an emergency room, I think, twice because of people I was with, but never for myself. And those were actual, accidents. So, yeah, a sore throat and, no. Come on now.
Like, they have everything there, like, that you can just... But yeah, it's not really, like... It's like an emergency, right?
No, it's not at all. Yes, I assume most ERs, again, not a professional, why am I talking about this? Most emergency rooms probably have all the things that you need. But also, this is not an emergency. Talk to your doctor tomorrow, get a referral if need be. Again, remembering the fact that I am, in Australia, a very privileged position where I don't have to worry about COVID, Chantal does not have the luxury of ignoring that concern. And we return to the wasting resources discussion.
Urgent care is in the emergency. You have to go to the ER. It's all in the one thing.
I don't know if you require urgent care.
The only reason I
either.
usually go is because of all my health problems. So they just, like, always suggest I go there because they can check your vitals and stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine other healthcare professionals, your family doctor, your GP, whatever, whoever, saying you need to go to the ER, right? You need to go to the ER because I can't measure your vitals and your health is so shit that I can't help you. You need to go to emergency now. And then to hear all of that, because this conversation must have happened at some capacity, to hear all of that, and then continue to do this. Wild. I'll rewind on that and we'll re-listen. And MK, thank you for the super chat. And MK says, my husband and I watch you. Oh, say hello for me, and MK, thank you. Very articulate and provide unbiased reviews. Thank you. I mean, I do attempt to come at things in moderation. I can never truly be unbiased, but I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you. This girl will keep this going without going to a doctor, only to get the undeserving attention she craves. Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you again. Secondly, I think my prediction is that she, depending on what happens tomorrow, she'll go to the ER. She'll go to the doctor and we'll get a return to what we received in December, January content, where it's a big focus on health and woe is me. But we will see.
And... but I could also talk to my doctor tomorrow. You know?
You could also, like, take your health seriously and, like, actually manage some of the things that would be sending you to the ER. Because, again, like, a lot of the things that Chantal has had to receive emergency care for have been things that could have been managed in the past and have not. And I understand not, like, focusing on the past, and I understand not regretting things, and that's fine. But also, you're beezing your life away. You're not managing your health in any capacity. And it's just, I'll wait until it gets real bad, then I will be prescribed 6 or 7 things, and then everything will be fine. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Like, see you, Kelly. Thanks for joining.
But I have to take a taxi.
Lily says, in Australia, Chantal would never see an ER doctor in this instance. Triage would tell her to go and see her GP. Everything, again, not a professional, but everything she's telling me is telling me that she should speak to her family doctor GP. But she's putting up this story of every time I go to the GP, or at least, you know, perhaps once, that she's gone to a GP, they've said, you need to go to an ER. Now, admittedly, if a healthcare professional tells you to go to an ER, you probably should go to an ER, yeah. But, like, what got you to these stages, right? What got you to these places where you have to go to emergency? Take your healthcare seriously. Again, she spoke to her doctor, what, like 3 months ago, maybe? Because she had to get the prescriptions, and one of them was the Ozempic, which has been just over 2 months now. So, like, I don't get how she thinks a sore throat is an emergency, but okay, I still don't get it. I just don't get it. I also don't think she's got a sore throat. I think that, like, Again, as someone who has had abscesses with their teeth, I think that she's got something going on under her jaw that is not necessarily a tonsil, but perhaps like inflammation or infection or whatever. I don't know. That is a complete theory. A complete theory. I, as no authority, please don't take me seriously. Kate, thank you for the super chat. Kate says, well wishes from myself and my papa Nando. Kate, thank you so much for the super chat. Please give Nando the biggest of scritches for me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, if...
Sparks, thank you for the super chat. Sparks says sore throat equals overdose. I don't think so. I don't know whether or not it's got anything to do with the illicit drugs. Again, like, not my field of expertise at all. It could literally be anything though. Like, it could be a lot of things. But this is why you speak to a doctor. Figure it out. Figure it out. Not Dr. Google.
If I call my doctor tomorrow, then what? Then I have to make another appointment to see her in person.
Right. Now it gets a little bit more clear. I think that Wednesday's call is telehealth. And then she'll have to rebook to see her doctor in person. Now the narrative is making a little bit more sense because, again, Chantal likes to confuse that. Okay, got it, understood. But depending on how you describe your symptoms, they may, like, pull you into an emergency, like, booking slot. Why can't I think of the word for that? They might do lots of things. Again, wait until tomorrow. Doctor may say, hey, go to emergency. And that way, it is at least a little more, absolutely more justified than this. This is not
here
it.
Tomorrow. Maybe. That's the thing, like, can the doctor's office, like, run everything there, you know?
Conversation to have with your GP, not a conversation to have with your YouTube audience. Don't ask your audience, can my doctor run all of my tests from there? First of all, you don't know what tests the doctor needs to run, right? If it is you thinking that it is something to do with your sexual health, then at least here in Australia, we have sexual health clinics that you can make appointments to and go through all of that without having to go to a GP for. Not sure what it looks like in Canada, but that's just a little bit about my area of the world. Have this conversation with your doctor.
I need certain... Yeah, true, Krista. Usually that's the thing. Like, I don't want to go and then I just have to go to the ER anyways because of, like, my health.
You rocking up to an ER unprovoked is much more of a waste of resources than contacting your family doctor or GP and asking, what should I do? What the hell? What the actual hell? How do you not understand that, miss? Oh, but it's so hard on me. I'll have to make 2 bookings or 2 appointments or go to 2 places or talk to 2 separate people. Instead, I could just bypass, like, the reasonable discussion or the reasonable option, discussing things with my primary healthcare physician, and just go straight to emergency, right? Wasn't the last time she went to emergency, she complained about having to sit in the cubicle thing? Because, again, COVID for like 6 hours or something. She did. She complained about having to sit in emergency for 6 or 8 hours because no doubt she was considered low priority. That's what happened, right? She said she was going to go on what... I'm remembering all of this now. Guys, content clarity for a moment. The last time we got an ER visit, she planned it. She said, I'm not going on this day because it's always busy. Instead, I'll go on like a Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. or some bullshit, some ridiculous, like, I'll get in quicker if I go at this time. And then she ended up spending like 6 or 7 hours in the ER, not seeing anyone, because, again, low priority. Wild. It's just wild. Just sit on it for a day. It's fine. You managed to you talked yourself through what you thought was an overdose and didn't decide to go to ER. You can sit through a sore throat and, like, that. And just a reminder, she still has not been tested for COVID. So, Even if, all right, again, theory time. Sorry, guys, I know this is long-winded, but welcome to the channel. Theory time. Even if she calls her doctor and says, these are my symptoms, and the doctor says, you don't need to go to emergency, you can just come in and we can get some tests done. Not an authority, but just a hypothetical. The doctor's probably going to ask you to have had a COVID test before coming into the clinic, considering everything that's going on over there. Don't know that for certain, but it would, it would probably make sense if that were a request of individuals visiting GPs and clinics. I know for my GPs, we couldn't visit without a test if we were showing any symptoms. So if anyone had COVID symptoms, they couldn't present to a clinic without being tested first. I wonder if that's the same over there. Interesting discussion.
Problems. I think I have a UTI.
You're on vacation, Barb? Nice. On the beach? Nice.
And that's from just like sometimes, oh man, I knew this would happen. I knew the minute, no matter who I'm with, like if I don't get up right away after intimacy and use the washroom, then I pay for it. And I was like falling asleep. Like I was dozing off and I was like, I'm going to pay for this tomorrow. And sure enough.
So if I'm understanding Chantel's story correctly, Chantel has a sore throat and assumes a UTI, and that will require an ER visit. Those are the symptoms. Again, not a professional. Just talking about the produced content. And the produced content, this is the storyline she's given us. So is that what she's trying to present to the ER? Ha. Also, too much information, but...
Yeah, and then my throat is like swollen.
Yeah.
And yeah, usually when I go there and I have like labored breathing, I don't know, I feel like I can breathe fine.
It doesn't sound like you can breathe fine. It's very like apparent that you are not having a great time with breathing. At least to my ears. I don't know about everybody else, but hello, Kat. Good morning. Welcome. Okay. I mean, that I could understand. But again, it would cause me to question the fact why the fuck you haven't gotten a COVID test after hanging out with old mate for a week. Old mate and his potential live-in roommate and his neighbor, all in the same household. Why have you not gone to get tested? If you're presenting a sore throat and like difficulty breathing, it could be a million things. Not a healthcare professional, and neither is she. So she needs to go and see one.
Does it burn when you pee? I'm worried about you. It's Monica. Thank you. Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, Andraste, like it's probably the asthma, but it might be the pulmonary embolism. Could be, again, the long list of comorbidities. As a kid, I had asthma, so that's the only thing I can really relate to. Never had a PE, so very fortunate. Knock on wood.
No, I don't. Even whenever I have trouble breathing and I go to the hospital.
The kissing disease is absolutely also on the table, Lily. Yes. I'll be interested to see. Again, my presumption is that she will go to the ER after tomorrow when she apparently talks to a doctor, or she might just not talk to a doctor and go straight to the ER. Who knows? And then we'll get a health storyline for about a week.
My oxygen saturation is always really good. It's like 97.
I don't know if that's good, but sure.
I'm not going to check my blood sugar. Like, why would I do that right now?
Spoilers, she does.
You guys are freaking me out.
Pardon me.
Jeez. I have sugar all over my fingers.
Did we all catch that? Did we catch that one? I should be testing my sugars. I'm diabetic. I'm on Ozempic, which is used not primarily for weight loss. That's just like an additional benefit. Primarily, it's used to stabilize, regulate sugars. However you want to phrase that. Again, not a professional. Just, this is from Foodie. So, let me just, hold up, please bear with me a moment while I clean off the sugar from my fingers before I take my blood sugar. What is going on? What is going on? She doesn't care. She doesn't take any of this seriously.
Yay, who wants to know what my blood sugar is?
I don't care. It's not going to matter anyway because she ate like 20 minutes before this. She ate cheesecake, baklava, and key lime pie. But, like, 20 minutes before this, so...
I need to get back on track with my...
If she's still on Ozempic. I don't think she is, no. I don't think she is at all.
I feel so stupid going to a hospital, though, and being like, I did this and this and this and this because I was done.
Cool. I get that, but also maybe reflect on that idea that, like, oh, I would feel dumb or I would be ashamed of my actions and telling someone about it because, hey, you did that for a week. Not only did you do the things, which you can manage your own feelings about, but you shared it with your internet audience, which includes us. We are her audience. So, cool, it's already out there. It's not a secret. So I don't understand how you could prioritize telling your YouTube audience all of this shit, but not a healthcare professional when it is directly in relation to your health. Secondly, talk to your GP. Like, your doctor should be able to help you out with all of this stuff. You should, again, I know it's hard to find to find a bond, a trust in a doctor. It took me a while to find the right fit. But still, it is your health. Like, they're there to help you. But you gotta help them.
I mean, after these workers are run off their feet, you have someone come in for something stupid like that.
Yeah, don't do it.
You know?
Talk to your doctor. Barbara, you've got a good point. I mean, ER workers probably hear and see everything under the sun. I imagine that they do. So, Chantel rocking up, I don't know. Again, like Lily was saying, if this is all that you were presenting, I would hope that the resources wouldn't be wasted that could be put to better use. That's what I'm trying to say.
$14.9. That's really high. Well, yeah, but it's not coma level.
Is that the benchmark that we're aiming towards now? It's okay, it's really high, it's 14.9, but it's not coma level. It's fine. It's not a problem. I don't think it's like coma level and then everything beneath that is like A-okay. From my understanding, again, diabetes in the family. I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
And also, if you're sick, your blood sugars will be elevated.
Also, if you shotgun 3 desserts, your blood sugars will be elevated. Also, if you have untreated diabetes, your blood sugars probably will be elevated to some degree. Again, not an authority, just stating my general knowledge.
That's the thing. If you go to the ER, they take your blood sugar.
Okay.
And like, I cannot stand this. Okay, no more cheesecakes.
No more cheesecakes, guys. No more.
No more cheesecakes.
Sure, Jan.
The normal blood sugar is like 5. 5. I don't know how much it was before I ate.
Yeah. Yeah, I sure wonder how that chat with the GP is going to go when they ask, oh, hey, have you been tracking your blood sugar levels like you told your audience you were meant to? No? Okay, great. Wonder what we're going to do with that data that doesn't exist.
I think I'm just sick.
Bless you. I also think you are sick, yes.
They're going to give me if I go to the ER, they're going to give me a COVID test. Hi, Jordan.
You're probably going to have to get a COVID test before you go to your family doctor anyway, but I don't know that to be true.
I have been drinking a lot of water today, and it actually helped with the pee. Like, the pee is feeling better. More than before. I think that could be cured with cranberry and lots of water.
I think that could be cured by going to a clinic or your family doctor and actually getting it figured out. Like, I think that's how you could cure that.
I think so.
Yeah.
No, my sugar's not dangerously high. Like, I read that dangerous is like 33. Monica, $2 to watch.
A reminder, she's not a doctor or the authority on what a high blood sugar level is. let's take no advice from Chantel. Ever. But especially today.
Your hands after sneezing on them. Oh, no, I will watch them after, I will.
I don't believe you.
What am I gonna go to the ER and say? My blood sugar's high. I don't have any, like, I don't have any symptoms. Like, it's usually that high, like, especially after I eat. What did you eat? 3 cheesecakes? Oh, well, you shouldn't do that. That's not good for your sugar.
That's the thing she doesn't want to hear. We got to it in the end. She doesn't want a level of authority, a healthcare professional to confront her and say, what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing. She doesn't want that. Her audience doesn't even exist. Her audience are pixels on a screen to Chantal. The reaction channels, that's what gets the earth, like, up energy from Chantal, because she can put a face to the name. We are human because we are on camera. I'm not saying that my audience is not human, because I understand the way that this works. But she gets riled up and irked because reaction channels can say, Chantal, I've been in your shoes. I've been morbidly obese. Sorry. Yes, I've been super morbidly obese. Right? Just tipped over. I've been super morbidly obese. I've had issues with my food. I have a shitty relationship with my food. I have experience with this list of things, and I've managed to, like, take myself seriously and manage that all. And you have not. Right? You have not. And that's what gets the frustration. And then when it comes to a healthcare professional is the learned authority. They are the one who knows. They are the one to say, like, well, you're eating like shit. You don't take your health seriously. You're practicing in illicit and recreational drug use. And you're confused that you have all of these problems? You're confused that you have a list of comorbidities? Are you changing your behaviors? Are you changing your actions? Are you changing anything in relation to any of your diagnoses? No, you're just expecting the pills to do their magic and the medicine to do all the work for you. Okay, work. So if a healthcare professional says to Chantal, well, you shouldn't be doing that, that's in real life confrontation, right? That's not pixels on a screen. That's not my face saying, take yourself seriously, miss. That's someone standing in front of you being like, you need to sort yourself out. I get it. I've been there. Literally been there. But I took the professional's advice instead of defiantly stood my ground on Cheesecake Mountain. Which is what I think Chantal will continue to do. So, anyway, we'll finish up the last 8 seconds.
I know.
That was it. Oh no, we went black. There we are. We're back. We're back. We lost power there for a second. So, that's the update from today's most recent live. The best and or worst bits, as it were. What did we think, chat? What did we think? What are our predictions for the future? I honestly think that she will speak to a healthcare professional tomorrow in some capacity. Be that her family doctor or an ER visit. I think if she doesn't go to her family doctor tomorrow, she will go on a live. She'll say, no, I was beaten. I didn't speak to my GP, but I'm still not feeling good. And then the ER will get loaded up. If the ER doesn't get loaded up and the family doctor doesn't happen, I think that she'll talk about the ER for the next 4 or 5 days. She'll talk about it really heavily over the weekend because she'll say, it's busy, I can't go, this, that, the other. And then she'll book into the ER, Jesus Christ, that's weird to say, for Monday, Tuesday, I think. She'll come back online and whine. Maid, that's a safe bet. Yes, I think that will happen. BB, hello, how are you? High all the time again and lots of food. I mean, and that's a safe bet as well. Messy, that's the thing. I think part of me really wants her to address her health properly tomorrow, which is the Wednesday again for her, or today at least. But I don't know. I think that the discussion about food, health, that's the other thing we talk about here, will just continue on for a while. Yeah. Yep. And probably still talking about old mate, yeah. I did cut a little bit out of that. Anyway, guys, almost 800 of you finishing off with me. Thank you so much for being here today, this morning/evening, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. On the way out, if you'd like to hit that like button, I'd very much appreciate it. If you're watching this on the rewatch and you haven't yet subscribed, there's also another button down there that you can hit to subscribe. Anyway, I'm going to pack it in for the evening because I've got to go to bed in the next 20 minutes. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video and or live stream. Bye!